Viewers, Mamata Banerjee has come out and said, let me quote her, "The spirit of democracy is alive in Bengal," unquote. Viewers, how do you test whether Mamata Banerjee is right? Whether her self-assessment of the situation in Bengal stands up to scrutiny? Viewers, it's very simple. The essence of a functioning democracy, of a representative democracy, of a democracy where there are true freedoms, viewers, is where there is respect for the rule of law, where there is an appreciation for the law, where, viewers, the law is applied justly and humanely. Now, viewers, look at those pictures on your screens, where unarmed protesters, some enfeebled by age, some very young, viewers, some women, some individuals who belong to the state government, some convinced that they live in a democracy where they can express their point of view, are quashed under the jackboot of the state. Look at this, viewers. People are being hawked off the streets, thrown into police vans, garroted. Viewers, the Supreme Court said last week, when it took up the RG Kaur matter suo motu, that, and I quote, "Peaceful protesters in Kolkata should not be disturbed or disrupted by the Bengal government. Court will monitor the situation to ensure compliance," unquote. I, in fact, invoked these words yesterday on this show at precisely this time. But what was the reality on the ground yesterday and today? The Kolkata police has done just the opposite. In flagrant violation of Supreme Court orders, as I pointed out yesterday, it pressed battalions into using water cannons, tear gas to trample the protests that it was ordered to safeguard. And when these weapons did not intimidate the protesters, the Kolkata police used their lathis to bludgeon the unarmed students, activists, state government employees, doctors, women, to brutal effect. 200 protesters were dragged off and stuffed into police vans. At least 160 are injured, including 17 women, according to some estimates. Worse, Mamata's party's colleagues have labeled the protesters clowns and paid political agents to post de facto legitimize the crackdown, viewers. Is this democracy? Is the spirit under such a dispensation alive? Or is it caged, trampled? Despite the brutal attack on peaceful dissent, despite not honoring Supreme Court orders, despite open contempt for the law, Mamata Banerjee has come out and brazenly declared that BJP and the very few who still have the spine to stand up to her are wrong to claim that democracy has not been murdered in Bengal. Listen in, viewers.
আমি পরিষ্কার বলে যাই, বাংলা সবাইকে গ্রহণ করে, সবাইকে আসন দেয়, সবাইকে অলঙ্কৃত করে, সর্বধর্ম মানে, সবাইকে ভালোবাসে। কিন্তু কেউ যদি মনে করেন বাইরে থেকে এসে বাংলাকে অচল করবেন, বাংলাকে অশান্ত করবেন, তারা মনে রাখবেন বাংলার মৃত্যু নেই, বাংলা অচল হয় না, বাংলা সচল থাকে।
Respect for democracy also means, viewers, not just respect for the law, but also respect for dissent in whatever shape and form it takes. dissent, viewers, is channeled through the people directly or then through the opposition. The opposition is also elected, viewers, by the public, by people like you, to express your point of view and also to ensure that there is no abuse of power, that the government of the day is held to account so that it does a better job to serve you. But viewers, in the very next breath, after Mamata Banerjee said that the spirit of democracy is alive in Bengal, the Chief Minister undermined the spirit of democracy by going on a chilling threat spree. She warned Prime Minister Modi, her opponent, against its legitimate right to dissent. At one point, she even goes to the extent of warning him that, quote, we, unquote, presumably TMC cadre, would oust him from office by force. In other words, Mamata warned the PM of her party's capacity to stage a coup, a political coup. Given that the statements were made in the full public glare, they assume an insidious edge and reek of a tyrannical mindset. This, viewers, is an invocation to mobocracy. Listen in.
মোদি বাবু, আপনার পার্টিকে দিয়ে আগুন লাগাচ্ছেন। মনে রাখবেন, বাংলায় যদি আগুন লাগান, আসামও থেমে থাকবে না, নর্থ ইস্টও থেমে থাকবে না, উত্তরপ্রদেশও থেমে থাকবে না, বিহারও থেমে থাকবে না, ঝাড়খণ্ড থেমে থাকবে না, উড়িষ্যাও থেমে থাকবে না, আর দিল্লিও থেমে থাকবে না। আপনার চেয়ারটা আমরা টলমল করে দেব।
The shocking invocation of mobocracy also flies in the face of Mamata's claim that democracy is alive in Bengal. In fact, the evidence suggests that the Chief Minister isn't sure of her hard facts, viewers. Let me break it down for you. The first hard fact, suppressing political opposition. The arrest of BJP leader Priyanka Sharma for sharing a meme about Mamata Banerjee in 2019 was a stellar example of how Mamata brooks no dissent. The detention of CPIM leader Muhammad Salim during a protest rally in 2020 was yet another example. Here's another hard fact, the restriction freedom of speech. Arrest of Jadarpur University professor Ambikesh Mohapatra for circulating a cartoon about Mamata Banerjee in 2012, viewers, was an example. Detention of social media user Bappi Mahato for posting a poem critical of the government in 2017 is yet another example. The misuse of state machinery, allegations of police brutality against opposition supporters during the 2019 Lok Sabha elections, the transfer of IPS officer Rajiv Kumar, who investigated the Sharda Chit Fund scam allegedly to prevent him from probing further in 2019, the crackdown, the brutal crackdown by using the police, the instrumentality of the police, viewers, is another example of the misuse of state machinery. I'm not saying it, the Supreme Court said it. Abuse of power is the words they used. Hard fact 4, disrupting public meetings and rallies. Disruption of a BJP rally in Kolkata allegedly by TMC supporters in 2019. Cancellation of permission for a CPIM rally in Siliguri citing, quote, law and order, unquote, concerns in 2020. ISF was banned from holding a rally. Hard fact 5, controlling the media. Allegations of pressuring media outlets to remove critical articles or coverage. Example, the Sharda Chit Fund scam, viewers, have also emerged in Bengal. Withdrawal of government advertisements from critical media outlets. Example, the Telegraph, viewers, also happened. Need I tell you about the chilling effect of prosecuting several journalists, covering protests, legitimately asking questions? There are several such examples, beginning with me, viewers. Hard fact 6, influencing electoral processes. Allegations of voter ID irregularities and electoral roll manipulation 2019 surfaced, viewers. Deployment of central forces during elections allegedly to influence voting in 2019. That also happened. Targeting NGOs and civil society, crackdown on NGOs. Receiving foreign funding, allegedly for criticizing the government. Example, Greenpeace India. And viewers, the parties that support her have been silent on this, selective, but they will attack Modi for doing exactly the same. I'm not defending either. Harassment of civil society activists such as those protesting the Bhannagar land acquisition in 2017, viewers. Hard fact 8, ignoring parliamentary norms. Disruption of the West Bengal assembly proceedings by TMC MLAs in 2019. Refusal to allow opposition MLAs to speak or raise issues. Example, on the Sarda chit fund scam. Promoting personality cult, the display of Mamata Banerjee's images on government advertisements and public infrastructure. Use of government funds for Didi Ke Bolo, Tell Didi, outreach programs promoting Mamata Banerjee directly, viewers. Taxpayer money. Hard fact 10, undermining investigative agencies, alleged interference in the CBI investigation into the Sharda chit fund scam. Refusal to allow the ED to investigate the Narada sting operation 2016. Roughing up ED officials when they land up in Sandesh Khali earlier this year, viewers. Besides these, the courts have also taken the Mamata government to task. Here another bunch of hard facts, viewers. Today, I am only speaking on the back of hard facts. The question I posed, does Mamata know her hard facts? May 2023, West Bengal tries to ban, quote, Kerala story, unquote. This is what the Supreme Court said. The court said the statewide ban on the film in West Bengal suffered from, quote, over-breath, unquote. Hard fact 2, October 2020, West Bengal police summons the resident of Delhi over anti-Mamata post. What Supreme Court said, we cannot have citizens hauled from one corner of the country to another for a social media post criticizing the government, unquote. Hard fact 3, February 2019, Mamata government tries to block satirical film called Bhovishot Bhoot, unquote. The Supreme Court said there has been an unconstitutional attempt to invade the fundamental rights of the producers, the actors and the audience. Worse still, by making an example out of them, there has been an attempt to silence criticism and critique. That, viewers, is the essence of democracy. Silenced, throttled. Hard fact 4, October 2023. The Calcutta High Court slams Mamata over Panchayat poll violence. The Supreme Court goes on to say democracy was blown to the wind. Recounting was done only to favor TMC candidate, unquote. July 2018, eruption of Panchayat poll violence. The Supreme Court said that Panchayat level democracy is not working in the state. Can you believe it, viewers? Hard fact 6, post-poll violence in 2021. The Supreme Court said, sought a response from the West Bengal government on a plea seeking an independent inquiry to post-poll violence in the state. DGP appointment case 2019, the Supreme Court set aside the West Bengal government's appointment of the Director General of Police, no less, citing irregularities and violation of procedure. Viewers, these are the hard facts. Now you tell me, is the spirit of democracy alive in Bengal? Let's open this up, viewers. Let's open this up. Let's ask some fundamental questions. And let me begin with the very well-informed, pugnacious spokesperson, Anirban Banerjee. Mr. Banerjee, good evening, sir. Simple question to you.
Yeah, good evening.
The Supreme Court said, and I'm quoting them, and if you bear me a second or two, peaceful protesters in Kolkata should not be disturbed or disrupted by the Bengal government. Court will monitor the situation to ensure compliance. I hope the court does wake up, but that's a separate issue. I have to ask you, Mr. Banerjee, what was happening? That lathi charge, the cannon, water cannon, the arrests, arbitrary, injuries borne, state brutality. Is this the way you uphold the Supreme Court order and by direct extension the spirit of democracy, sir? Are these visuals lying?
Okay. Did you by any chance miss the visual of Kolkata police sergeant who has lost his left eye? Did you by any chance miss that visual? I think you did. Because that visual, though in itself not the complete story, actually depicts the beginning of everything that you are saying here or displaying here as state brutality. No state brutality took place on any peaceful protester yesterday. First of all, there were barriers on the road. First of all, the rally the day before was declared illegal by the police. No permission was sought. No proper route information was given. Therefore, the permission was cancelled even after the organizers claimed that they had actually sought permission, but it was not given. Next, when the police had mic'd and announced that this is an illegal occupation of the streets by the so-called Chhatra Samaj, they did not listen to the police. There were barriers. They tried to uproot the barriers, climbed upon them, started pelting stones at not only the police but the daily commuters as well. Only after that did the police start to use their water cannons, the lathis, etc., etc. But severe injuries only took place on the police side and some of the daily commuters. None of the so-called protesters, none of them were peaceful anyway, were actually injured. I don't want anyone to be injured even if they are from the BJP camp. No one was severely injured except for the police personnel. I sincerely wish that you would display the visual of Sergeant Debashish Chakraborty, if I am not getting the name very wrong, who has lost his left eye due to this quote-unquote peaceful protesters.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for elucidating us. Yesterday I had not only run pictures of that gentleman, unfortunate as it was, but also of protesters trying to bring down barricades. And yesterday I had said that that is not on, Mr. Banerjee. But one second, Mr. Banerjee, one second. Now, one second.
And vehicles of Kolkata.
Can you allow me, sir? Can you allow me? I didn't interrupt you at all. You're eating into my time now. Sure, it's very important that I put the record right also. Viewers, you see these barricades cemented into place. What do they remind you of? I'll take your mind back to pre-COVID era, when Kisan unions supposedly showed up on the Shingu border outside Delhi, and they were pretty much cemented into place behind massive barricades, and curbs were imposed, curfew was imposed, they were not allowed to cross. You remember, viewers, that the opposition, including the TMC, in fact 16 opposition parties, said this was dictatorial. How can you put curbs on unarmed protesters, dissidents who are raising an issue? Same Mamata Banerjee, viewers, tore her hair out. Her spokespeople, sometimes they are journalists, sometimes they turn into MPs, I don't know. They were all eating pizzas to show their solidarity with the Kisans. They were dancing on their beautiful Mercedes trucks and massive tractors worth crores, viewers, saying that these people should be given their democratic right to protest. Democratic right, viewers. So when Mamata turns into the problem that she herself flagged 5 years ago, i.e. dictator, then viewers, what are we supposed to say today? That democracy is thriving in Bengal? Dr. Anand Ranganathan, how do you view this response from Mr. Banerjee today?
Good evening, Rahul, and good evening to my fellow panelists. Look, it's increasingly becoming clear that in East Bengal, the protesters managed to turn democracy into dictatorship, while in West Bengal, the protesters have managed to turn dictatorship into democracy. It's as clear as that. Rahul, through your excellent primer, and I think you're going to be castigated by your channel because the fact of the matter is that people stop watching your show after 5 minutes because they say, what's the point? This man gives all the hard facts in the first 5 minutes. What's the point of having a debate? Your primer kills the debate, because what else can one say over and above the facts that you mentioned? And the facts are there for everyone to see. Now, there are 4 pillars, as they say, of democracy. Let's go through them one by one very briefly as to the situation in Bengal. Let's talk of legislature. You know, you yourself mentioned 20,000 panchayat election seats went uncontested in Bengal. There is absolutely no rule of what is considered as democracy in Bengal. This has been stated by from High Court to Supreme Court to everyone else. So that's the first pillar gone. You talk of executive. You know how ED officials were stoned when they went to do their job in Bengal. How CBI officers were arrested. How some officers, the rape charges were construed on that. High Court had to step in and set aside those charges because the officers were not allowed to do their job in Bengal. Let's now talk about the third, which is the judiciary. Ample examples where the sitting chief minister herself has said that the High Court judges are stooges of the BJP. I talk about the teacher recruitment scam and so many other things. Umpteen times, the ruling TMC dispensation has cast light on the, sir, please don't disturb me, on the fact that the High Court judges are sold out, stooges of BJP. And fourth, finally, the media. What can I say? You yourself have told. Journalists are arrested. Middle of the night, they are taken away, thrown in dungeons. You have cartoonists arrested. You have professors arrested. You have movies banned. You have books banned. This is the situation. If you were to hear the Honorable Governor's speech yesterday, it is heart-rending. But one thing perplexes me. 5 minutes, the Honorable Governor said all the things that can ever go wrong in any democracy. And yet we don't have president's rule. So where does the buck stop? The ordinary citizen is asking this not only of the governor, but of the ruling central dispensation. I urge everyone, including the Prime Minister and the Home Minister, to hear out the Honorable Governor of West Bengal. Those 5 minutes will tell you that there is no rule of law in Bengal anymore. Then why don't we have the strictures that the Constitution has provided the Honorable Governor? And finally, just 30 seconds, the same police that applied all those measures given to it by the state, tear gassing, water cannon, lathi charging, I want to ask them what happened to all those measures on the morning of 15th August, Independence Day, when a mob which was 7,000 strong barged into the RG Kar Medical College, beat up, vandalized the doctors, their equipment, their pandals. Where were all these measures? What happened to mob control and crowd control then?
Let me tell you, viewers, I think Dr. Ranganathan is absolutely right. You had today no less an authority than the president come out and decry the state of affairs. Now, viewers, have you ever heard of the term president's rule, quote unquote? President's rule. If the president of the Union of India is wringing her hands in despair and using harsh words to sum up what we are seeing, viewers, then who do we ask to step in? I think Dr. Ranganathan was here last week when former Solicitor General of India, Mr. Harish Salve, was there, and he says that the beginnings, of course you can't leap, can't jump in the process of declaring president's rule, but the beginning has to come from the president's office. He can issue a proclamation, a directive. Has it come, viewers? No. No, it hasn't come. So either, viewers, there is something decidedly wrong, or there is no conviction, courage of conviction, or, viewers, someone is prevailing over someone. But having said that, I want to open this up further. I want to bring in the very erudite analyst with us, who also, of course, has been a member of the Congress, fought elections, Kamru Chaudhary, and the eloquent Tom Vadakkan. the national spokesman and the BJP, both of them are here. Now, I want to begin with first Mr. Kamru Chaudhary. Mr. Kamru Chaudhary, I'm just going to read out some quotes. Now, please tell me who this is because, see, my research stopped. I can give you the quotes, I can't tell you who actually uttered these words. So please help me out. The idea of India is under attack. We are facing a full-blown attack on institutions. India is a democratic country, but it's facing a serious democratic crisis. We are witnessing a systemic attempt to undermine the democratic institutions of our country. The government is using its power to suppress dissent and intimidate its opponents. India's democracy is under threat from forces that seek to divide us and undermine our institutions. Can you tell me who might have said these words?
60% of the opposition who have not voted for the BJP and led by Rahul Gandhi.
Okay.
Is there any doubt in that?
So, Rahul Gandhi, viewers, has said these words. Now, as I said, viewers, democracy, the essence of democracy is about upholding the rule of law, of allowing dissent, of allowing your opponents the space, even if they are BJP, to come out and raise issues on behalf of the public, the 40%, 50% in Bengal that didn't vote for Mamata Banerjee, viewers. Just like Kamru Zaman Chaudhary has reminded me that the 60% who didn't vote, but 50% didn't vote, viewers, for Mamata Banerjee, don't they have a right to express their view? Is she only the chief minister of the 45% that elected her, viewers? No, she isn't. So Kamru Chaudhary, where is Rahul Gandhi, the defender of democracy? Does he not see the opposition being muzzled here? All his sound bites amount to what? Hollow. No, hang on. Just a minute. Don't be such in a hurry to jump in and cover up for your boss. I am asking Rahul Gandhi, why is he so quiet? What is happening? Priyanka Gandhi Vadra today tweets and talks about Hathras and about another horrible crime in Uttar Pradesh. Viewers, she's tweeted once on this issue. Once. And she hasn't still tweeted, viewers, on the absolute meltdown that is happening in Kerala, where women and their dignity has been completely torn asunder. And she wants to be a member of parliament from Kerala, viewers. Who will she speak up for? I want to ask you, Kamru Chaudhary, outrage is also selective today. आप लोगों के political affiliations, you look at people's dressing and all of that to comment, is it? What flag they might have in their hand, etc. Then human rights matter.
Can I reply now, please?
No, I'm asking you, sir, please. You please reply tonight to this question. Don't give me some long-winded homily. I don't like that. It wastes the time of our viewers. You know this. So I have to ask you, why hasn't Rahul Gandhi come out to Bengal? He charged into Hathras. Where is he today? Not even a comment.
Rahul, I am not a social media influencer that I'll be paid 8 lakhs rupees by the Yogi administration for propaganda news. But then when you started the show tonight and the hard facts that you showed to the nation, none of us can deny it. It's a fact. The Congress party in Bengal, along with all the opposition parties, have been shouting, have been bringing out these issues that is there in Bengal. But Rahul, let us not be myopic. Just replace the word West Bengal in your hard facts with Uttar Pradesh or Assam today, and you'll find the situation is the same everywhere. If Rahul Gandhi has tweeted against the incident in Arjikor incident, what the Bharatiya Janata Party has done in West Bengal is hijacking a citizens movement and making it into a political. The streets of the mayhem that the West Bengal saw yesterday and today on the streets have completely hijacked from a citizens protest to a politicking game in West Bengal. And none of the Bengalis subscribe to this. There is where the BJP is losing. Second point, Rahul.
He's telling me I'm selective. Anyhow.
Second point, Rahul, you see, after the 2024 election, when BJP's seat came down from 18 plus 1 to 12 seats, there was complete anarchy within the BJP ranks as to what should be done.
So
And
let's
Mamata
not
Banerjee and
just.
BJP,
I'm
no,
just
that is
asking
the
you a
point.
question. You
That
made a
is the
point.
of anarchy.
Hang on, Kamru Chaudhary. You made a point. You said this protest has been hijacked by the BJP. You said that, right?
I said the
You said
anarchy
this.
that the BJP
No, one
and the
second. You
RSS
said that,
has let out on the
right? You
streets.
said that it's been hijacked. Now, viewers, let me ask you, and let me ask Mr. Kamru Chaudhary. Let's test him tonight. Does the opposition have no right to protest in this country, sir?
Of course.
Of course. So what is the BJP
Where is
doing
the
wrong?
Congress?
It is exercising its
When
democratic
Congress
right.
Party-
It is
when
exercising
Congress-
its democratic right.
No,
Is that a crime?
no.
Have we
You
become
need
so
to
intolerant?
protest.
Is this a dictatorship? My
you
following
can
question. If you yourself, no, hang on. Now I
You
want to
ask
ask you a
questions.
question, Mr. Kamru Chaudhary.
Yes.
If you don't have a problem with the BJP or the opposition, in the case here, of course, is the BJP because the Congress is missing in action. Your friend, Mr. Chaudhary, your namesake, the leader of the Bengal Congress, every day tells us that there is absolute dictatorship in Bengal. Yet,
I told
viewers,
you there is no denying the fact
there is
that
no
you get
denying
the
the
hard
fact. So,
fact.
where is Rahul Gandhi,
No.
the savior of democracy? No one is asking. No one, viewers, across the media is asking this question.
Rahul, come on, you cannot.
I'm
block
asking
me
you,
just like
Mr.
that.
Chaudhary,
You
I'm
cannot
asking you,
block me a
why
one-on-one
isn't
question.
Rahul
Every
Gandhi
time I
there?
come on
So
your
answer,
show, you
why
try
is Rahul
to-
Gandhi
you
not
try
there?
to
Can you
speak out
explain to me?
yourself and make
Can you
me a
explain to
listener in
me?
your show.
Can you
Let
explain
the-
to me?
Let the viewers be the best judge.
So
Why
I'm
don't
asking you
let
the
me
question,
explain?
respond to me.
Yes, I am answering your question. When the Badlapur happens, when Manipur happens, or when Prajwal
Manipur
Ravana
happens, so that's
happens,
okay.
or when
So if the Prime Minister doesn't speak,
did you
two
have
wrongs make a
any Prime
right.
Minister speak? Did you have the Prime Minister speak on Manipur?
I'm saying, is that a defense? Viewers, is
No,
that a
that's
defense?
not
You
a
judge
defense.
for yourself.
That's
The
a
Prime Minister is
myopic view
silent.
that
Did
you
the
are
Prime
taking.
Minister, no, hang on.
That's
Has
a
the Prime
myopic
Minister
view
tweeted
that
about
you are
RG
taking.
Core viewers? No, he has not. Has the Prime Minister tweeted about what is happening in Kerala? No, he has not. Has the Prime Minister tweeted about Manipur? No, he has not. The Prime Minister, viewers, seems to be the most democratic. He doesn't tweet about these issues. Now, you can haul him up for that. You can say that he should be getting into every protest, that he should be rolling up his sleeves. You can accuse him of being silent like a sphinx. You can. But does that mean that Rahul Gandhi, who holds the flag up for democracy globally, is silent when his own ally is rampaging? There's no
who
answer
said
for
the
this.
ally is rampaging?
There is
Who
no
said
answer for this.
That's a skewed approach to the entire happenings over the last 2 days in Bengal. that
It
you are
doesn't
taking,
matter,
Anand.
sir. It doesn't matter.
No, it
Is it
matters
not a fact that
because the
state government
Bengalis have
employees,
rejected
is
the
it not a
mayhem
fact
has
that
happened
state
in
government employees were out protesting? It is, viewers, they were protesting.
Even we protested against the RG.
I didn't see you, sir. I don't see your Rahul Gandhi. I don't see your state president. I don't see your top officials. I don't see them.
Because only what Smita
I don't
Prakash's
even see,
channel will show
viewers,
you that you
the
see.
media cell of the Congress taking a position. They're so shaking in their
Nobody is
shoes.
shaking. Nobody is
okay,
shaking.
anyhow, I don't want to stand in between you viewers and the BJP's response. Tom Badakan, would you like to respond to Mr. Kamru Chaudhary?
Well, Rahul, we have seen radio silence from the media department of the Congress party and its leaders. They're just looking the other way. The trail of events from Sandesh Khali to what has happened in the medical college and the hospital is shocking.
No, I understand. It's shocking and it's not right. And I have to come in here because, sir, once again, I will hear a litany of platitudes. Of course, all of this is shocking. The president itself has said it's shocking. But what are you doing about it? The point is there are people crying out for... In fact, Mamata Banerjee is turning the entire argument against you, saying, what is the CBI doing for all these days? That's how easy it has become to punch holes in your inaction. So I'm asking you, if it's so dire, what are you doing about it?
There's a lot to be done, and I'm sure the government is apprised of the issue. We have the president reacting.
Well, they better be apprised of it. It's so blatantly clear.
Yeah, I'm coming to it. There is an active plan of action in place.
Right.
What the government decides, the decisions that they take are not at the calling of Mamata government or anybody here. What will happen shall happen. But let us wait and watch because this government is not going
Viewers,
to
today is the
tolerate
28th
attack.
of August.
Yes,
28th of
and
August. This incident happened
I know,
one
I
second,
accept it.
on the eve of India's independence.
And this is 4, 8,
And that means
70
viewers,
hours.
that we have.
See-
Well, so I'm asking you, what is this great wait? We are waiting for whom?
We are not in a banana republic, Rahul. That we jump and
No, I'm
this
not
is
saying that you need to
this is
jump
not
in
a
there
Congress-
like Sir
No, this
Galahad
is-
and suspend
no.
democracy. I'm asking you if there are
Exactly,
procedures to be.
exactly.
No. So tell me one procedure that has been begun.
The report has to come from the governor.
He's
I
been
do not
flitting
know
about
whether
Delhi.
the
He's
report-
come up and down about 10 times. Yes, Dr. Ranganathan is raising his hand. I'm sorry, I have to ask you these questions tonight on behalf of the public that is facing this.
Yes,
ire.
no, you're right when you're asking
well,
this
so
question,
then-
and I'm answering
Thank you.
them. The
Thank you.
report has to be
Tom-
submitted. Yeah, sure.
Thank you. No, thank you, Rahul, for asking this on behalf of us, the citizens, because both the opposition, the ruling dispensation, the TMC, and most importantly, the ruling dispensation at the center are the ones who hold the reins of democracy or whatever is left of it. Now, Tom Ji is saying that a written report has to be sent. I implore Narendra Modi and Amit Shah to watch the live telecast, the speech of Honorable Governor. It's on the media, 10 minutes. It is almost as if he's going to get up and proclaim the president's rule. His hands are shaking. His veins have stood up on his forehead. He's talking about tyranny. He's talking about dictatorship. He's quoting Rabindranath Tagore. All those things mean anything to anyone in this country. I'm amazed that a written report has not yet been sent. So we must ask the questions, what is happening there in Bengal?
So, Mr. Salve had said that there could even be
Can
a
I
parliamentary
reply?
declaration.
Yes.
So now let me tell you, viewers, since
I reply?
2014, there have been some 3 sessions of parliament that have been called special sessions. A 2-day special session was called 2015, November 26, to commemorate the 125th birth anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. In 2017, a joint midnight session of both houses of parliament was convened on June 30th to introduce the GST. In 2023, a special session of parliament was called from September 18 to 22. The session saw the passage of the 106th Amendment Bill 2023 to the Constitution, which established a 33% reservation for women MPs in the Lok Sabha. Now, viewers, women's safety. What is quotas without women's safety, viewers? For women's safety, we cannot have a special session called. What is stopping the government from doing that? I'm not asking people to go there with a tomahawk and thrust it through the parliamentary procedure or the constitutional procedure. I'm only asking.
I'm not asking for a president's rule.
Exactly.
I'm saying, is there president in this country or not?
There is.
If there is, then the president has to speak up.
Well,
Do
viewers.
not implement president.
Well, viewers,
But say
dear
something.
viewers,
committing.
there cannot be
BJP wanted to divide
politicking.
Bengal.
And I
The
also
BJP does not have the
urge
spine
tonight.
to do
I
this.
also
Because
urge
they know
tonight.
after 6
Well,
months
sir.
the election will have to be
Well,
held,
sir,
and they'll be
not when a chief
decimated,
minister is
reduced to
threatening to
single
burn the country. I don't think anyone would want to risk that. So, you
Who
can
threatened
invoke
to
the
burn the
mobs.
country?
Anyhow, one second.
threatened to burn the
Viewers,
country?
viewers, let me
Who
tell you
threatened to burn
something.
the country, Rahul?
We, she said, we will not let you. We, and these are her exact words, viewers. I'll read them out to you. Mr. Modi, you're using your party to spread fire. If you burn
spoke in
Bengal,
Bangla,
Assam,
and he
Northeast,
translated-
UP,
you
Bihar,
translated it
Jharkhand,
wrong.
Odisha, Delhi will burn. We will topple your chair, she says. We. Anyhow, viewers, look. I don't want to get into
so
much
what's wrong?
more. I just want to say very clearly, viewers, very clearly this, that there is always a point of inflection. We've arrived at that point of inflection. Now something has to give. Otherwise we'll be sitting here every night fulminating pointlessly, let me tell you, and exchanging barbs. If that's what passes for attention to women's safety, then viewers, I rest my case. I need to move on.